I'm Dr. Ray dePaulo, and I'm here this morning to try to answer a question from a patient about their depression and their treatment for depression. And the question from the patient is, will this numbness go away? And by numbness, they mean an emotional numbness, not numbness in their hand or their leg. This emotional numbness can be a symptom of a side effect of medication, and it can be a symptom, though, of depression itself. And even though it may appear to the patient that it's only been there since they started the medication, which would convince them naturally that it was due to the medication, sometimes, timing and memory for when something started, or at least when it got worse, might not be as acute. And when you start taking a medication, for some patients, they will be looking and worried about side effects they might get and might notice things more. Numbness is an emotion, one of the emotions that is very common in depression. It's not commonly the most talked about experience, or necessarily the most prominent experience for a depressed patient in terms of their mood. And again, to make the point that although we use the word depression to describe this, it's the predominant mood someone has is not always depressed or sad. For many patients, depression manifests itself primarily in persistent, unrelenting anxiety all the time about everything that they're thinking or doing. For other patients, it's a sense of I don't care anymore about things that I should care about, like my family, or even my children or my grandchildren. And for many patients, the majority of patients, it is an intense sadness, a regret, a sadness about how did things go wrong? How did I end up like this? Okay. But there is a small group of patients for whom their first concern to me is, Dr. dePaulo, I don't feel anything. Now, it is also true that there are medications and a particular group of antidepressants that can cause a very similar numbness, okay? And it's important to distinguish that and know it if it's a side effect of medication, and it may well be. But the so-called SSRIs, the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, fluoxetine or Prozac, Celexa or citalopram, and Paxil or paroxetine, as well as Zoloft or sertraline, all of these medications, usually at higher doses, can cause this. It will go away if the treatment is sufficiently helpful, but it may go away late, not in the beginning. Okay, things that get better first with patients is that they look better to other people. They seem to talk more and be more responsive, but they may still on the inside feel awful. And those are the feelings that usually go away later in the course of treatment. If it's due to the medication, obviously, we've got to figure that out, that it is due to the medication, and then try reducing the dose, if that makes sense, if the medication seems otherwise to have been working. Or to simply change medications. So, doctor, will this numbness go away? Well, it should go away. That's part of our job, is to help you make it go away. And to do that, we obviously want to figure out what it's due to and act there. So I hope this is helpful. Thanks very much.